It's Madden NFL 23. Coming up, we've got Jimmy Garoppolo. Got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the 49ers and the Broncos under the lights on Sunday night.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, it's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 12 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives our offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
On first down, Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again is Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now it's Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Now here is Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
San Francisco opted not to throw Trey Lance into the fire right away, bringing him along slowly last season. He still drew 2 starts, though, and showed flashes of his huge dual-threat potential in both. Almost 100 yards on the ground in a tough one against Arizona, and 280 total yards in a win over Houston. No bringing him along slowly in year 2. The keys to the car are officially his.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Back to Sermon on first down.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
On 2nd and 9, Lance
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Lance on the bootleg. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Wilson.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Wilson will throw again.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. Man open. That's Ray McLeod. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lance, a give now to Sherman.
Shifts by him. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. On 2nd down and 4. Lance. Throw left side complete to McLeod. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They'll try and run for the first with Sherman.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. This is caught by Malik Turner. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Sermon, they'll try the left side with it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Coming off of a Pro Bowl season 2020, Many of us were stunned when Bradley Chubb had 0 sacks in 2021. That did come in only a 7-game season due to injuries. Calls for some concern, but he also had 19.5 sacks in his first 2 years as a full-time starter.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. But definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Jeudy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Jeudy. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
Now Lance.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Wishnowsky on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack, Wilson. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on first down is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Lance now on first down. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance.
And the grab by Croft. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And this is going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now it's Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So the Broncos coming out now.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Sermon.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st down, Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now it's 2nd and 9. Up the middle. Here's Sermon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Shotgun now for Lance. Hard throw, incomplete. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. This one from 35 yards away. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things because it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver.
It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, Sermon. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They run once more with Sermon.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Now a handoff, Sermon.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
They'll run for it, Sermon.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Sermon.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Lance.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ray McLeod from 8 yards out.
And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again here, Wilson. Now he'll escape to his left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Got an open man, it's Washington.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
Seth Williams.
27 yards.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
That's caught.
The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Sermon.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run the option left. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So Russell Wilson in the offense, down by 16, a little under 1:50 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did in the game. Let's flip this one over.
Ready.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, ready?
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Ultra. Go ultra. 2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Davis Price.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker, as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home.